The 10-year-old kid, he first asked me on the golf cart saying, how much do you earn? And I was a little surprised. And he said, I can't believe you can earn more than a certain amount of, a couple of lakhs. And I didn't know how to react to that question. And he said, uncle, by the time I grow up, I'm going to play a round of golf every month. I'm going to win at least 6 tournaments. And if I win the Indian Open, which today is about 5 crores prize money, which is $1 million, 18 years from now or 10 years from now with the rate of inflation, that'll be a couple of $1 million. So if I play a tournament a month, and even if I make the cut, I'll make a couple of 100K. So in a year, I think I'm going to make a couple of $1 million, and I think that's a little more than what you make. I immediately called up his father and I said, dude, this is scary. So it's amazing what kids can tell you these days. There's no limit of them calling you and giving you stories. I love it. It's just a fascinating experience.
It is fascinating, but the other thing that worries me when you grow, when you think like that at an age so tender, the fear of burnout. And we can apply it to life too, isn't it? Do you worry? Have you seen professionals burn out, and what would your advice be to them?
I've often felt that I could come to a point of burnout very often, because just at the pace at which you're running, I think the important part is longevity, right? It's not a 20-20 match. It's like a test match, right? And one has to realize how one has to pace oneself. So I remember coming to a point personally where my wife told me that, you seem to have forgotten all your social graces. And you're running so fast that you don't have the time. And I think what changed it for me was the time when I had my daughter, and that was a humbling, game-changing, life-changing experience. And post that, my work-life balance has become a lot better. I managed to spend time with the family, the occasional round of golf, hang out with a few friends. So life has changed, and I think one needs to pace one's innings. There's no way that you can think of every round or every day as a 20-20. You're not going to be able to sustain it at that pace.
Okay, you talked about your family, you talked about spending time with them, you kind of slow down. How important is style to you? How important is dressing up? Does it define the person?
I think dressing up is important, especially in India when you're in the world of business. When I worked for Sun Microsystems, I think the most formal attire we ever had was a pair of blue jeans and a white shirt, right? And if you were meeting a CEO, you probably wore a jacket on top of that. But I think over time, when I started working with banks and telecom companies, they dress really formally. So when I'm going to meet them, even today, I'm in a suit and a tie. Whereas if I'm meeting some of my new age, internet, startup customers, that's when we are far more casually dressed. So I think it's about dressing for the occasion so that the person in front of you is comfortable as well and treats you at a level playing field.
I can never choose, my clothes. My wife always does it for me. Do you have a stylist?
No, I don't have a stylist. My wife chooses what she's actually she's got good taste in terms of clothes, and hopefully in terms of choosing people as well. So she's the one.
I think she's done well.
I know. We've known each other for the last 30 plus years. We went to kindergarten together. And it's been a long love story from there. So let's put it. So that's been she's my my best friend more than anyone else, and someone who adds a lot of stability and keeps me grounded and down to earth.
Thank you so much, Umang, for speaking to us and sharing a slice of your life.
Thank you so much, Sharma. Really appreciate it.
Well, that was our CEO of Life, and like I said in the beginning, you have to make a dent in life. If you've done that, you will succeed. We'll continue our stories here on CNN-IBN.
That. There. Too much of this. So why don't you aim there and maybe it goes straight into the fairway. You were so conscious about not hitting that you hooked it there.